Oh yeah, there we go. Now I see it.
Okay.
And if you go to my stream, you'll see. You should see it live.
Live.
One thing I'm not clear about is like, what's the starting? How do you start the game?
Oh, cool. Pin billiards.
I threw that out there.
Okay. Let me get a good screen on. Yeah, I don't do. Oops. What happened?
What happened? Oh, you stopped sharing, I think.
I stopped sharing. I'm trying to see how easy it is to switch between. Oh, okay. I'm a little bit of a novice with.
No, you're fine. Just take your time. I'm not in a rush or anything right now.
Okay. I'll start with this screen. I've been, you know, it's funny. I wanted to mention I developed this game in my head without really playing it, you know, and then I found this chalky sticks thing, and so you're seeing.
Hey, Jim, can you mute the stream because I can hear it echoing in the background?
Oh, okay.
Just mute the YouTube stream.
How is this better?
If you just, I still hear it. So if you just click on my video, the live video, and click the mute button.
This better. Check.
I'm still hearing it in the background, I think, unless you have a video just playing in the background. Is that what's going on?
Oh no. I have the speakers going, but I've muted the speakers and I'm hearing you now in my headphones. I put on some headphones so there shouldn't be any echo.
Yeah, it's weird. I'm hearing it in the background, unless you have like a double window open or something. Like, do you have my stream open twice, or? You don't have to mute the speakers. If you just go to the actual stream there and click that, there you go. That's it. That's it. Yeah, that's it.
Oh, I see. We have the relay going on.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's good to know. All right. I'm gonna. This is kind of cool. Test run. Okay, I see. I got it now. You see my. Yeah, we were getting a loop there because actually I'm in Chrome and your stream is in Chrome. So
yeah.
Now I think you're seeing my. Now, interesting. I'm seeing. It would be nice if I could see your stream as well while I'm doing this, but I'll start out with just. I just wanted to say that.
Well, this one, can't you like split screen it? Can't you just do like a half screen, put this, and half screen put?
Yeah, I think I will in a moment.
Yeah.
For now, I'm just going to show you how.
I should probably warm up a little bit anyway. I haven't played in a while.
Okay, here we go. I'm trying to get all these balls over here. I've recently been improving my skills with this chalky sticks game. So this is how I envision the start off. One player. Interesting thing. There's no break, so it's really, you know, I got the idea that these balls are kind of in the mud, right? I'm trying to figure out the farming analogy and how I will verbalize the game. So talking through it with you is actually a good practice. But I see this area over here as the mud, right? And these are the pigs in the mud, and the farmer is working to get the pigs out of the mud and send them to the pet shop, which are the holes on the other side of the table. So the first concept of the game is getting these balls from this side of the table and pocketing them on the other side. Mechanically, that's the first concept. So I'll take a shot and so we would do a lag, right? And I win the lag, but you lost the lag, so you're the guy that sets up the balls. So the general principle is that the non-shooting player always puts the balls back into the mud, or back into the pen. Follow me?
Yeah.
So an interesting thing about this game is that when you're not shooting, you still have activity to do, because whenever the balls come back, or there's not a scratch, but when there are ways in which the balls come back on the table, and you, as the non-shooting player, position the balls in a defensive manner. Follow me?
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna take this first shot and try to not scratch and get something out. I gotta give it some power. Okay. So that was technically not a successful shot. I don't want to call it a scratch, because the whole point of the game is that you cannot let your cue ball get stuck in the mud over here. So your cue ball always has to come to rest outside of the pen.
Right, I follow that part of it.
Okay, so on that shot, I didn't scratch, but I got stuck in the mud. So that's gonna cause the other player to take over. And right now, what I have is he gets ball in hand inside the mud. So it's like a scratch in the sense that you get ball in hand, but you can't put it anywhere on the table. You gotta stay kind of, really the idea was you could bring it to the edge of the mud is what I originally conceived it as. But you could play it where it lies, or you could move it anywhere in the mud. It's kind of how I have it right now. So what I'm gonna do as like this, I'm taking a shot right now on this corner pocket, okay? So I'll do that a couple times until I get it. Like I said, I'm not an expert with this game. There we go. Okay, so that was a successful shot. And I'm using this term continuation shot because there are several different shots that allow you to continue your turn. Obviously, pocketing a ball like that is a good thing, so you continue. But there are other shots, which I'll explain later. But most notably, when you get a ball out of the pen like this, I might as well just take this shot here, and hopefully it'll work. Okay, so see what I did there? I brought the ball out of the pen, and I brought the cue ball out of the pen. So that is technically a continuation shot. I can keep playing. That's what I mean by a continuation shot.
I follow.
It's a shot that allows me to continue playing. So I pocketed that 8-ball, which scores a frame, and I got the ball out, which allows me to continue. As you saw in the opening shot, that player got stuck in the mud, so he lost his turn, so to speak. Okay, so that's kind of the first example. Let me. That's the general gist of the game right there. I mean, that's.
Okay, so what is the concept of the pairs and the 8, like pairing them up to score?
Yeah, let me switch to another window, which will be this window. You see that?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna set this to I forgot if that it's like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yeah. Let me go back to 17. So I I originally started this game with the idea of keeping score on an abacus. So it was going to be just like a race to fill up the abacus. So like this is, you know, you fill it up and if you imagine it fills up all the way to the end, and that's how you would win a rack, so to speak. This is a little bit of history, right? So I want to say I wanted to use this rack just for my personal gain, like at home. I don't expect people to run around the pool hall with abacuses. You know what I mean?
For sure.
But as it developed, I got the scoring down to a point where I think people will be able to keep score without using an abacus, but it's still the best way to explain the scoring is with the abacus.
I got you.
So what I'm gonna explain is my current thinking with using the abacus. And so I'm thinking like this will be player 1 and this will be player 2 side. And so as you win games, so you're gonna win a rack by player 1 will fill up this side, player 2 will fill up this side, and then you'll win a rack like this, and you could keep score like that. So you could do like a race to 5 or whatever, and this guy could win a few games over here. So the beads up at the top are kind of like how many games you've won. That's what I'm thinking of. So as the way the pairs work is basically it adds up to 8, right? You got that one, that much. So
Right.
when I get the 8 ball, I score myself 8 beads. And when I do, let's say, the 2, and then I'll do the 2 ball and then the 6 ball, and that will fill up that frame. Or I could do the 1 ball and the 7 ball, and I could do the 3 ball and the 5 ball. So that's kind of how the filling up a frame works. Any question on that?
I'm pretty sure I'm following. So 8 points is the max you can get in a frame. Is that correct?
Well, every frame will be 8 points.
Okay.
It's just a matter of how you go about filling it.
Right, okay.
And so I'm trying to not call these points because I think of it just as, because what I want to do is I really want to think of the frame as a point.
I mean, is there
So I
some
might say-
sort of penalty if I go over 8 points? Like if I get the 6 and the 4 or something?
No, that'll become clear in a moment.
Alright.
So I'm just trying to avoid calling the beads a point because like right now this is not 12 points in my mind. This is like or let's say this is not 24 points. So I'm not counting in the number of beads, I'm counting in frames. So like this is 1 frame, this is 2 frames, this is 3 frames. And if I would call it a point, I think, you know, this would be it. I'm trying to say frame, but really a frame is like a point, and these beads are just, you know, beads on the abacus or whatever, or they have. So that's what I'm thinking. I'm trying to avoid saying points in general because it's not like snooker or other games where you add up and you have like 135 points or anything like that. The goal is just to fill up the beads, and the number of beads doesn't really matter. So as far as the math goes, you just have to be able to add up to 8, right? I think anybody can do that.
No, I
So-
wouldn't be so sure, but I mean, most of us.
Yeah, yeah. So, so think in terms of this is 4 frames right now, 4 frames, just plus this last frame to win a game. So it's basically 4.5 frames to win a game. Okay. Now, the way I kind of wish I can get this. Let me bring this up in the same browser because then I think I'll be able to should be able to flip back and forth easier. Okay, hold on a second. Are you seeing that? No.
It's, stream is ended. What's up?
Are
Yeah,
you
there we
seeing,
go. I see the end.
are you
It's-
seeing that? Now let me see if I flip.
Yeah, I see it.
If I, now you see the pool table?
Yes.
Okay, now I can flip back and forth, that's better. So, an interesting part of this game, I think the most original part is this adding up to 8 and visually recognizing what the pairs are. So, in this scenario, what the pairs are, obviously the 8 ball is 8B, they'll say,
Right after that.
and the 2 and the 6 makes 8, so that's like the blue and the green is a work together.
Right, I got you.
The 3 and the 5 work together, and then the 1 and the 7 work together. So those are the pairs. The 9 ball is a strike, right? So it's the 9 ball, in the farm analogy, the
Shepherd
cue
or
ball is,
something? The farmer. The shepherd or the farmer or something like that?
yeah, right. So the cue ball is the farmer, and then the 9 ball is like the helper. So they're basically humans, and the rest are dicks, is the way I think about it. So they do the work, so to speak. Now, I must say there are some things I'm not completely decided about on the game, so you can definitely help me out as you play. But I have the concept that the balls will return to the table, and I haven't really decided exactly. Now that I'm playing the game more, I haven't decided what the best mechanism or the best shots will be to bring the balls back onto the table. But I think as I play, we can figure that part out. So
Yeah, for me, a big part of it is feeling it. Just
yeah,
feeling it,
yeah,
feeling
I'm
it.
realizing some things as I play. It's like, oh, that would be better if I did it this way or that way. So the rules are technically in flux. You know, it's not like anyone's really playing league matches or anything. Come on. Let me see. I've described the frames, how you add up to the frames. Let me describe one of the. This is, I think, the most interesting part of the game that I see in my mind. I have the concept of. Obviously, it takes 2 balls to fill a frame, right? So let's say I'm right here. Now I'm working on the second frame, and at this point I'm open. I'm calling this being open, which means I can begin working with any pair. You see what I mean?
Right.
Any pair. Now let's say I pot the 2 ball, and now I need the 6 ball. Now at this point, I mean, I could actually no, I can't do it. But let me get into move mode. Now, if I pot this ball over here, keep in mind it's only these 2 pockets that cause the beats to move, right? So this would be 2, and then I take this one and do that. That's 2 plus 6, of course. So right now in this state, I'm not open, right? At this point, I'm committed. So I'm using that terminology. I'm committed. Either I'm open or committed. When I'm open, I can do any pair. But once I commit with the 2 ball, I commit with the 2. I commit with the 2 ball, but I'm committed on the 6 ball. You see what I mean?
Right.
So to complete the frame, the only way I can complete the frame is to do the 6 ball.
Okay, I got you. So I mean, you gotta make 8, but what happens if you accidentally or like you can't pocket any other ball, or it doesn't help you, or it comes back out?
No, that's not the case, and that was the next thing I was going to say.
Okay.
Is that when I say you're committed to the 6, it's not committed in the sense that you have to hit it or that you can't do anything else. It's only you've got to pocket that to get to the next frame. So ultimately, you're going to have to pocket that 6 ball because you're committed to it, but you can still hit other balls and you can still pocket other balls.
And then would the reason be so that you can just continue on doing that, so you can get into position to finally make the 6 ball?
Yeah, exactly, because this ball could be, right here, and I pocket it, and let's say my cue ball ends up here. I don't have a shot on this corner pocket, but what I can do is I could do any other continuation shot to help get me in position. So you can see your turn is not just about pocketing balls, it's about continuing your turn and making continuation shots.
So is it the first person to win 4 frames? Is that what's happening?
In generally speaking, that's correct. But I have added an in-game kind of scenario. Also, since you asked the question, you do 4 frames, and then once you get to the 4th frame, you've got to do a little magic to get this last half frame. And so in this end game scenario, ultimately, you have to pocket the 4 ball, which is like the queen, I call. The king is the 8 ball because it's kind of the powerful 8 ball, right? And then the queen is the 4 ball. So you win the game with the queen. So it does sort of end like 8 ball, right? You know how you pocket the 8 ball to win.
So the 8 ball can't complete a normal frame?
The 8 ball all by itself completes a frame.
Okay.
And so you don't have to make 2 balls, you see, and you don't have to do the
But wait a second though, like, because you said that that's like an end game scenario, right? But so what I meant, like, can you use the 8 ball to end the very first frame?
Yes.
Okay.
And you can use the 8 ball to do frame 1 through 4.
Oh, so it keeps coming back out onto the table, you mean?
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay.
So you can repeat the pairs. There's no order to do the pairs or anything like that. You could do 8, you could do, any variation. The goal is to fill the frame, so to speak. Now, what I'm trying to point out is that the end game is just for this half frame, which happens to be the 4 ball, which is 4 beads, you see. So that's how it gets filled. And so one caveat I do have, and I have been playing it, and I think it's a good idea. What I have is the idea that once you fill these 4 frames, let's say like this, and maybe your opponent is over here, whatever. So once you get here, and you're gonna start working on the end game.
Hey Josh, what's up, man? Sorry, go ahead. If somebody jumped in the live stream.
Okay. Once you're working on the end game, or once you fill 4 frames, you automatically lose your turn. And I'm calling this, equalizing. So once you fill up the frames, you got to give your opponent a chance to equalize. So you can't run a rack.
Can you repeat that last part? I completely zoned out when they said. Did you say if every time you complete 1 frame, they get a chance?
No, once you complete the 4th frame.
The 4th frame. Okay.
So you cannot run a rack. You can fill it up as I show it now, and then you start working on the queen. But before you can work on the queen, you've got to yield to the other player.
Gotcha.
So I get here and I yield, and then this player gets a frame, and then let's say he's here, but then he scratches or something, and it becomes my turn. So now it's back to B, and I'm working on the queen to win the game. And if I pocket the queen, then I win the game, and I get a mark that game for myself. Now, what can happen is when the opposing player gets to equalize, he can actually come back like this and equalize, right? Oops, I did that wrong. So let's say he gets his 4th frame with the 8 ball. Now he has done 4 frames, so he's going to equalize to me or yield back to me as player one. And then at that point, it's sudden death for the four ball to win the game.
Okay.
So I think that came about as I had this one last row which I wanted to do something with because I always wanted it to be like you fill the abacus, and it just so happens that all these abacuses they're always odd number of rows. So I had this extra row which I kind of turned into an end game kind of scenario.
Makes sense. Kind of works out well, I think.
Yeah.
Well, I have a pretty good understanding now of the game. I think the one thing that's kind of confusing me is the defensive stuff, like if I'm the opponent setting up the balls, what would I be thinking about as far as like what's going to make it hard for them, like why? And
Yeah.
do they have to be split up like that, or like can I bunch them up like a rack or something? I don't know. I'm
Well,
just
I
wondering.
did think about that, and what I determined was, I don't want them to like put balls right in the pocket, So there will be a certain 6 inches from the pocket or something like that. And then another thing, I don't want them like freezing balls together. So I have like, one ball diameter away type of thing, because ultimately I want to make it so that I don't know. I'm open on that. I don't know how important it is that you can't freeze the balls. Maybe it's okay if they do freeze the balls like this. But one thing I'm sure of is when positioning these balls, you don't want to make the 8 ball easy to get, right?
Right. Yeah. That was like the one thing that I could think of was that you'd be hiding the 8. That's why I was asking if the 8 ball could end a frame.
Yeah, so I would set up something like this, and this is how I've been playing, kind of just randomly. Now, you asked about defense.
Yeah.
One thing, see, in general, as you're playing, you're going to want to fill up a frame and win the game, but there will be scenarios where you don't have a shot, right? So in those scenarios where you don't have a shot to score or anything, you might, I'm sure you're familiar in 9 ball how defense works, where you kind of try to snooker the player.
I mean, don't be too sure about that. But I mean, I get it. I'm pretty new to the game, but I get it. Like hiding it.
Yeah, you try to hide behind everything.
But I mean, in this, don't they? Because you said, I mean, don't all I have to do to get a continuation is knock one of those balls off that side. So I'm just trying to envision not having a shot.
Okay, in the scenario where you don't have a good shot, and you might not even have a good continuation shot. At that point, it might be time to make a defensive shot. Like, it's almost like you're yielding, your turn's over, so you might as well do something defensively, right?
Right.
And one unique way to play defense in this game is to actually let's do a scenario where this guy, he's pocketed the 6 and he needs the 2, and I'm over here and I'm stuck, right? I'm stuck, but I know he's gonna need the 2. So what I can do is I can pocket the 2. You see?
Yeah. As soon as you showed me that, it made sense because I for some reason it just wasn't connecting that they could fill half of a frame and then it'd be your turn.
Okay. So it's definitely defense I call this hiding. I'm hiding his committed ball in a pocket so that he can't use it. Basically, that's pretty strong defense.
It has to be the middle 2, right? The middle 2, the side pockets.
No. Let me point out one thing. When you pocket a ball in one of these corner pockets, this ball comes right back out to the pig pen. So these corners are part of the pig pen, is the way to think of it. Each of these pairs of pockets work differently, which is what allows us to have communication shot. But the challenge is that you cannot get stuck in the mud.
I hear it.
Okay? Now, when you pocket in these side pockets, and at the moment I call these the pasture. So I have the pig pen over here, I have the pasture, and then I have the pet shop. That's just for convenience sake or for communication sake. But when you pocket in here, it just stays in there. And so somebody's gonna have to get that ball out. And when it comes out, it comes back into the mud over here.
And how do you get it out?
We'll get to that in a minute. Let's just say, I think it's clear when you hide a ball here that that's a defensive shot, right? But let's do a scenario. Let's say his ball's right here, and I want to hide his ball from him, right? And what happens if I shoot it into this pocket? So this is what I call hiding in the pet shop. And so he needs the two ball, right? I'm open-ended. Let's do the two scenarios. I say open-ended because I play poker too much. But let's say I'm right here. I did the 3 and now I'm committed to the 5. What happens when I pocket this 4 ball? Okay? I don't need the 4 ball. I don't need the 2 ball. I need the blue ball. I don't need the 2. I'm committed to the 5. So when I shoot it into the pet shop, I'm hiding it from him, and it does nothing for me. Follow?
That part threw me off a little bit. Can you go back over that one more time?
Okay, in this scenario, 2 players are committed to different balls.
Right, I see that. So on the left side of there, we got 3
So
hands.
as player 1, I want to hide the 2 ball from the other guy. So I can hide it in the pasture over here, obviously, but I can also hide it in the pet shop. Because when I send it to the pet shop, it doesn't work for me. It doesn't do anything because I'm on the 5 ball.
Okay, but so what happens to that ball then? It just sits in that pocket?
It just stays in the
Okay.
the shop. And so that it will need to be removed. So that's a pretty strong defensive play, right? Hiding a ball from your opponent is the strongest defensive play. And there are other ways to play defense too. So for example, if this ball was here, or let's say it was just here, and that's a pretty good spot. I could actually knock it over here.
Jim, give me a couple minutes. I gotta go take care of something real quick.
Okay, no problem.
What happened?
You wanna come back?
Yeah, just give me a couple minutes.
Okay, cool.
The daughter just came downstairs. Hold on.
Daddy, my slinky just fell into the water.
Let's go check.
My blue slinky fell into the water because I like to stay there.
Okay, I'm here now.
Alright, cool. Oh my gosh, I had a coughing fit while you were out. Now where were we?
I mean, I kind of have a general idea of the game, I think.
We were talking about defense.
That's right.
Yeah. So I was explaining how you could hide in all four of these pockets over here.
That's right.
What else? What else? So you got the idea of being on an open frame or being committed. One idea that is, one other thing that I wanted to mention about that is technically, all the ball, I think it's obvious all the balls are shared between the players. It's not like you're ever prevented from hitting the ball or another player's ball. And in fact, because the balls come back to the table, it's perfectly, it won't be, I don't think it'll be that common, but it's possible that two players could be committed to the same ball at the same time. And that would be the scenario that I'm showing here where they're both on.
Is it the 4?
They're committed to the 2 ball because they have both previously pocketed the 6. You see?
Yeah, I got you.
So the balls are always available to everyone, and they're always going off the table and back. So it is possible to be on the same. So what I really wanted to point out is that when I score over here, nothing I do helps the other player score, is what I'm trying to say. Like, if I need the 2 and I hit the 2, I get it, but they don't get it. Nothing I do helps them. All I can do is play defensive to make it harder for them to score. You see what I mean?
Not really. I don't get that. I mean, what do you mean by like nothing helps them? What would help?
Like,
What could help?
What
What might I think help? Like, what are you thinking people are thinking would help the other player?
Okay, let's say I'm like this. I hit the 3 ball and now I need the 5. Now, what I'm trying to say is when I play defense against him with the 2, when I pocket the 2 in the pet store, which is his goal, but when I do it, it doesn't help him.
Okay, I think I follow. I mean, it's just a defensive shot, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it.
So in other words, I cannot perform his offense for him.
I got you.
Or it doesn't have that effect. Although you might think it would be, right? You might think, well, my opponent needs to get this 4 ball.
Like that becomes their ball or something? Like I'm thinking, you mean?
Yeah, it's not like they own the 4 ball.
I got you now.
What I'm really trying, the easiest way I could think to say it is that I cannot score for my opponent.
I hear you. I follow you now.
Okay. Yeah, that's kind of maybe an advanced thing, or, you know.
The only thing I'm not clear on is how do you get the balls back out that are hitting?
Oh, okay, right. That was an earlier question. So the idea I have, the way it stands right now, I should say, because I am kind of open to modifying this as the need, as it may become apparent. But the original idea I had was that this is the helper ball, analogy.
pocket the 9 all the way in the opposite side of the mud.
Yeah, when I pocket the 9 in one of these two pockets, all the pigs in this in this pet shop come back to the pig pen. And it works similar to these two holes, which is called the pasture. When you pocket it's like you send the farmer to get the pigs out of the pasture. That's the analogy. So I can't really show it on this game, but let's say there are 3 balls in the pasture. I pocket this, and those 3 balls come back onto the table from the pasture. Now when I do it in these, so the pasture is a separate location from the pet shop is the way I'm thinking of it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I gotcha.
So that would be the most powerful way to bring many balls back to the table at once.
Wait, so say it one more time just so I'm clear. Is there a difference between, there's a difference between the side pockets and the corners, right?
Yeah, let me do an example. I'll just bring all these balls back out, and I'm gonna draw these balls. These are 4 balls that have been sent to the pet shop, right? And then these are the balls that have been sent to the pasture. So these 4 balls are kind of like at the same place, and these 4 balls are at the same place. So if I pocket the helper here, I'm gonna bring these 4 balls back into the pen.
As in those 4 balls are in the pockets or just in that part of the table?
Well, in this video, I can't take them.
Well, I know that, that's why I'm trying to be clear on those, you're meaning that those are meant to be in the pockets.
Yes, correct, exactly.
Yeah, okay, I gotcha.
Yeah, so when I say the ball is in the pet shop, I mean they're in these pockets, you see?
Yeah,
It's just a logical. So I can say in the pet shop, and I can say in the pasture, and I can say in the pig pen. So those are like the 3 kind of logical places.
okay,
And
yeah.
of course, on the table is kind of like moving in between those 3 places. So I have the concept of removing balls in a group, but I also have this concept of wanting to take out 1 ball. So let's say this 5 ball, I'm committed to the 5, but it's in the pet shop, right? I need to get it out. So, but let's say my opponent is committed to the 2 ball, and he wants the 2 ball to get out. I want to make it so where I can get my ball out, but leave his ball in. And so I have the idea of doing like some kind of shot, and my original idea was like a bank shot, like scratch the cue ball off the opposite rail or something like that would allow me to pick out my ball. And likewise for the pasture, it could be a bank shot off the opposite rail that would let me pick any one of these 4 balls. So I'm up in the air onto whether or not that's the best shot for picking out, or maybe the farmer would be the guy that would go get 1, or I don't know. I'm kind of like working that out. As I explained, it was my original idea, but I don't know if the difficulty matches the value. The value of, seems like taking all 4 balls out should be harder than taking 1, but maybe not. I don't know.
Yeah, that seems like something you might have to play around with and get a feel for.
Yeah. But now on this simulation, every time I scratch, stuck in the middle over here. Or let's say I scratch into this corner. Why don't I do that? Let's say I scratch into this corner. Because this is a 9-ball game, it puts it over here. But in reality, I'm gonna bring it out into the pig pen. So I can sort of do that. What I can't do in this game is what I've not been able to mimic is bringing out one ball, because every time I do this stuff over here, it brings out everything.
Yeah, I got you.
So I could almost play the game, but the problem is getting one ball out. Now, what I have been doing, and this is kind of a silly thing, but it's sort of working, is if I pocket a ball, okay, now that's pocketed, and let's say I pocket everything and there's just like 2 or 3 balls left. Now what I've been doing is, like, let's say these 3 balls are on the table and I want to bring these balls out, what I've been doing is, like, I've been saying, okay, yellow, green, orange, and then I go like this, and I go, okay, yellow was over here, green was over here, the orange, it was something like that, and these are the balls that go back to the pen. You see what I mean? So I could sort of do it manually.
Yeah, I mean, it's at least giving you a visual of it
Yeah.
to imagine it.
And then I also have the idea when you scratch, like, you can put it anywhere, over in this area. And the same way when you scratch over here, you can put it in this. So I figure when you scratch in the pasture, it would just come over here anyhow, because the whole point of the game is really, or the most original idea was to get these balls from over here. That's the original concept of the game.
It's pretty interesting. Have to give a shot here. I think the most confusing part is the setting up at the beginning, like where to place the balls and.
Yeah, well, I'm watching you now, so I'll let you take over.
So I'll just play versus myself, I suppose.
Yeah.
As far as keeping score, I have these little.
Just keeping score. Why don't we
I could do something
I'll
with
just talk
these.
you through what you're doing, tell me what you're thinking, and I can kind of coach. I don't know if I said it already, but the principle is that your opponent is always going to be positioning the balls. So the shooting player never positions the balls.
Okay, I got it. So like the person positioning.
So in other words, when you reposition balls, you should be making it hard on yourself.
Right. So I'm trying. The person, if I'm shooting right-handed, it's my left-handed side that's trying to place it in a good spot. I got you. So I think that's it. Move this over here.
By the way, is my voice going to be on this recording?
I think, yeah, I believe so, because I remember we were hearing the echo earlier.
Oh, okay, cool. Then that might be a good.
Right now, I put you closer to the camera at the moment, so I'm pretty sure you could hear it. It's pretty sensitive.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, that was a lot to take in, but I think I got it. So I got to knock the balls out and get the cue ball out. The only one that really makes a difference is the 8-ball, right? So like other than that, I just get whatever one and then go for the pair.
Well, you would want to get the 8-ball out at this point, but it should be hidden. It should be harder, because you should hide the 8-ball and your opponent would put the 8-ball somewhere hard. They don't want to make it easy for you.
And we don't want to hold on. All right, let me just give it a shot, and
Yeah.
we'll see what happens. I have a
Bang the hell
generator.
out of something.
Alright, well, I'm going for the 7 to knock it out and get the cue off. Oh, it's going back. Stop. I knocked myself back in. So now my turn's over, right?
Say that again?
My turn would be over right now, right? Because I knocked it back in behind this line. There's gonna be a delay between what I'm saying and when you see it.
Oh, okay.
So you're
I'm
probably
not sure
seeing
how
it
much
right
that
now.
delay is.
Yeah, there's probably like a 3-4 second delay at least.
Okay. Well, that looks good.
It's behind
Yeah.
the dot.
Well, the rule I think I've made is that if any part of the ball is on the line, it should be considered out of the mud.
Okay, so now I've got that 7.
You have to pick an arbitrary rule, right? Because the balls are going to be on the line or off the line all the time. So if it's in the mud, it has to be like completely in the mud.
I gotcha. So like, what's my goal now? I got the 7 and 2 out.
Okay, well, really, I think you might even consider the first few shots as just like getting balls out of the mud, really.
Because I need to get 2, like a pair out, you mean?
Yeah, one thought of strategy is you want to get a pair of balls down by the shop.
Down by the shop.
So that blue ball needs the green ball. So if you could get the green ball down there, that would be good. If you could get the 8 ball down there, that would be good.
Get the 8 ball going on. So how are we looking now? I got the 8 and the 1 and the 7 and the 2. So I'm still going.
Yeah,
you're not
that's your
seeing it.
shot. You can always pocket something in the corner pocket, and as a continuation, go ahead and shoot.
Do you mean down here in these,
Yeah.
in the mud? You're not seeing
Yeah,
any
that was a
corner
good
here.
shot. That was excellent.
No, I'm saying, you're saying I can pocket something in the mud area? Is that what you're
As
saying?
long as your cue ball comes out of the mud,
Right, okay.
it's okay, and it will be a continuation, but you have to bring that ball, your opponent will bring the ball out of the pocket immediately and put it back in the pen.
Hold on a second, Jim.
Daddy, I'm gonna play sports too.
Alright, I am back now, so. I mean, should I be trying to make the 1 and 7 at this point? Or is like a strategy to get all of them out first, because I wanna feel like
No, the strategy is to work in pairs. So if you have,
the 7
the
and 1,
7 is that light tan brown,
right here, 7 and the 1. And then the 8 is sitting here.
the 1 is to the left.
The yellow, the 1 is over here.
Yeah, I mean, it looks good for,
And it
you can
doesn't,
work on that pair or the black ball. You got options there.
putting it in the side does nothing but hide it.
Correct.
Oh.
I would say go for that yellow and get shape on the brown.
Okay, let me try that. Yeah, I probably, well, I mean, cause I need to be able to get shape to make it into the corners, right? It's gotta be the
But
corners.
remember, you're open right now, but once you make that 1, you're committed to that brown.
Right, but I could
So
hit other stuff just to keep going, right?
you could try to get something else out of the mud, easy out of the mud. You could always bring the helper out of the mud.
What I'm asking is if I hit that 1 in, and you say I'm committed to the 7, I could still hit the others in to keep going and try to get shape, right?
Correct.
Alright, I got it.
I mean, the challenge is the 8 ball is out, right? So if you lose your turn, your opponent is going to have great opportunity on that 8 ball.
Right.
So me personally, I would try to bring some more stuff out, but not get stuck in the mud.
Gotcha. Trying to think, how do I get out of there?
Nice shot.
Thanks. There's a big delay.
Yeah, it seems like 5 to 10 seconds.
Seems like a little more than that, actually.
Yeah.
Alright, well, I'm just trying to get something in out of there. So I knocked the 7 back in, but brought another one out. You're gonna have to wait the 10-second delay and see, I guess, to tell me what to do.
Okay, I'll wait for that shot. Here it comes. Okay, so that was not a continuation.
Okay. And what's the reason? Because I got the 4 out, right? And the keyboard.
Did something come out?
Yeah, the pink ball, this one right here that I'm pointing at, which you'll
Then
see, I guess.
I think that's a success then.
So I knocked, the brown one went back in, but then the pink one came out.
That's fine. For me, that's a continuation.
Okay.
It is also defense to send balls back into the mud.
Okay.
There's nothing wrong with that.
But I have to get 1 out and the cue ball out, or pocket 1 and get the cue ball out.
Yeah, you can never let the cue ball rest in the mud. That's for sure.
Alright.
So see, there's a lot of cue ball control in this game.
So I can make the 8 just to continue on.
I think you should go for. You didn't get the pair, right?
No, I'm still trying to get the 7, but it's in the mud now.
Yeah, you're still committed.
But I can make another one just to keep going,
If
right?
you knock it out and the cue ball out, you can continue.
Right, but if I want to get a different shape first, I can just knock a different one in.
You could hide the 8 ball if that's what you're going for.
Right, I mean, you said that if I leave it there, they're gonna get an easy shot on it anyway, right?
That's true.
Alright. Well, I'm still going, I suppose, because got the 7 out and the Q is over the line. How do I get that one out?
All very close. But you did make it out, so that's good. I'm good. Got the red ball out.
Wait, what am I doing? I don't wanna make the 7 inside, right? I don't want that. Alright, never mind.
Slice that 7 to the corner now.
I'm gonna miss that. Oh, shit. I just fucking miscued it. Alright, yeah, so that's it for that person's turn, so I'll go left-handed now. So now I'm at entirely different, but I didn't mark that.
I'm
I've
gonna,
got the
I'm gonna
one.
keep score for you over here.
I've got a way
So
to
you
do
got,
as
you
well.
got the
Okay.
yellow and you're on the 7, player 1. Now we're on player 2.
Alright, well, what do I got then? 6 and the 4. Or I gotta get stuff out of there by knocking the yellow, or the 9 ball in, right? 6 and the 4 works, huh?
Well, that was nothing, right?
So I've got one of them out.
You hit the green ball, but the green ball didn't come out.
Yeah, that was my right-handed turn ended. I miscued that.
Oh,
I completely missed it. Alright,
so right hand was player 1.
yeah.
That was a good, I saw a good removal of the green ball.
Oh, shit. Well, that double kiss just ended my left-handed turn. So now
Okay.
it's in the mud now, so isn't that like I get to put it wherever I want?
Daddy,
Well,
Yes.
we're back
Hold,
to
hold, hold on one second, Jen.
Back to player 1, you get ball in hand in the mud.
What you want me to show? Let me finish what I'm doing here. Alright, give me a few minutes, I'll be up. Yeah. Okay, be right there. And I'll be right up. Count up there. Alright, I'll see you in a second. Yeah, I'll be right there. I gotta take care of something real quick.
We got 6 people watching.
Do we? Nice. That's more than I usually get. You're blowing my channel up, yeah.
Blow it up.
Hang on, give me a second, I gotta take care of my dog real quick.
Hello, you. Do you see it? The hairs? It's dry now.
Alright, I'm here.
Sweet.
I don't remember what the state of the game was. Was it the left hand or?
Good question.
Actually, I know where I'm at. I'm right. I ended up in the mud with the cue ball
Yeah.
with my left hand. So now my
Alright,
right.
so we're back to player one.
So what's this? What is it here? Don't I get to move it or something?
Oh yeah, you have ball in hand. Well, the next player has ball in hand in the mud.
Okay.
Anywhere.
Okay, so I've made a pair.
What pair did you make?
The 7 and the 1. So now I keep going. Is that right?
Yeah. Well, was that the player that was on the 7?
Yeah.
The right-handed player.
Yeah.
You made the 7, so you completed your first frame there. And yes, of course, you continue. Assuming you're not in the mud.
Camera got a little crooked, didn't it?
Okay, I just saw it. By the way, I wanted to point out, if you make a frame and you stop in the mud or scratch, it's still valid.
Gotcha. Okay.
So the way I would say that is, a scratch doesn't nullify your pocket.
I see. Alright, so make sure. I want to go a little further than that, but I made the 6.
So you're open now, so what are you thinking?
Well, I made the 6 already. And I
Oh,
didn't.
you made the 6, so you're committed to the 2.
Oh, you're right. The 2. Why am I looking at the 4? Shit, I was completely. Alright. So,
Break far.
yeah, so I mean, I can at least. Jeez, the 2's in a tough spot there. I'm gonna end up giving the.
You know,
I got
a
it.
little backwards because when I played the video game, it's sort of opposite ends. You're playing with the mud on the left and
Oh, I
playing
gotcha.
with the mud on the right.
I hear you. Yeah, for some reason I was looking at the wrong ball there when I was trying to get shape. But alright, I got it. I'm on the 2.
Yeah, on the 2.
Oh, I miscued again. Alright, well, turn's over.
So just a thought, you know, as the balls dwindle, your options will dwindle, and you want to start thinking about bringing some balls out.
Well, there's only 1 left in there, which is out of it. I know, I hear you. That's why I'm with this left-handed shot. I mean, there's not much to do aside from try to get the 9 out.
And it is possible for all the solids to be pocketed, and you're just left with the helper.
Well, I made the 9 and scratched. So what happened?
The 9 is, you made the 9 for right-handed or left?
Left-handed. It was my left-handed turn.
Okay, left-handed gets credit for the 9, and the scratch brings the ball out into the well, I call it the parking lot, but the side close to the pen, close to the pet shop.
Okay, so over here, kind of like the kitchen, right?
Yeah, kitchen.
So this player doesn't have any. Well, what am I on? I need a 2. That's right. Yeah, this player needed the 2. I had the 6 in.
Wait, which player has on the 2?
It's the right end.
Okay, let me mark that. I didn't mark that. So the right-handed is on the 2.
Yeah.
Committed to the 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Going for it. Got a little exactly where I want it to be. Alright, I know what I want to do. Probably not going to execute it correctly, but I'll try. Maybe there's something else. No.
Now we're going left hand.
No, I think I'm right-handed, right? Because I knocked the 2. Oh yeah, you're right. You're right, because that ball was already out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't good. So I'm kind of, I mean, so that 9, what's up with the 9? Was I supposed to bring that out or something? That's just in there now?
Well, you gotta do something to bring the balls out, like pocket the helper.
So the 4.
No, the 9 ball.
The 9, that's what I'm saying, the 9 got pocketed before.
Oh, I didn't see that. Where did it get pocketed?
Over in that back corner back there. When I tried to bring it out and I scratched and made the 9.
Oh, okay, well,
You said I got credit for the 9, remember?
I haven't seen that. You got credit for the 9, but the one principle to keep in mind is that 9 ball is always going to be on the table or brought back to the table.
Right, so that was a mistake then, so it never came back out. Where is it supposed to go?
Just go ahead and bring it out now.
Where did it go?
It got.
Oh, here it is.
It always goes back to the pan.
And the right hand? I don't know.
The helper always goes back to the mud.
Okay.
If it gets scratched.
Alright, and now it's my left-handed turn. So the 9 went in the corner. So was anything supposed to come out there, or?
Did it go into the pet shop?
It went all the way across the table, and no, actually it didn't. It ended up in the side pocket, I guess.
Okay.
I thought it went all the way up. I don't know.
It just comes out into the mud.
Okay, alright.
Yeah, I guess that's a lesson because the helper 9 ball always has to be returned to the table.
Okay.
If it gets accidentally pocketed.
Oh, I tried to get it out, but it went right back in. So what's the, oh yeah, we need the 2 on this. Alright, I'm just gonna try to make it.
You still working on that blue ball?
Yeah. I think I got the gist of the game now. Seems pretty fun. Alright, well, the right-handed player has gotten the second pair. 6 and the 2.
Okay, you got the 6 and the 2. So right-handed is open.
And the 9 ball going into, that just gets me another shot, right? Okay.
It does give you another shot, and the 9 ball always has to come back.
And what happens if I pocket the 4?
Oh, we haven't talked about that yet. If you pocket the 4, okay, I decided that you can fill a frame with the 4 ball twice, but to make it easier, the 4 ball always comes, when you pocket it in the pet shop, it always comes back out to
so I want the 4. Okay.
Did you make it?
Well, I was about to shoot it, and I figured I'd ask you about it first.
Okay, yeah, right. So if you're successful, go ahead and take it out back to the mud.
Well, the left-handed player gets to place it, right? So I get to try to place it in a hard spot,
Correct.
whatever that may be.
Yeah.
Alright, so now it comes out. Hello, bro, what's up? Ryan Malone, what's up, man? Alright, so left-handed guy gets to choose it. I don't want over there. I guess over. I don't really know. It's gonna give me the possibility to pocket the thing right there. I mean, I can't put it right next to the pocket, you said? Was that a thing?
Yeah, I wanted to make it so that then if somebody hits it, they should have a chance of getting it out without scratching it.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'll just put it there. It's fine.
I might as well just say it.
Stop.
My initial thought was that it couldn't be on the rail. It should have to be a ball diameter from the rail. But maybe that's not necessary.
Oh, I gotcha. So this one's just barely touching the line here. Did you say that's good or no? You might have to wait a second to see it.
Yeah. Don't worry about that rule right now. I think it's up in the air.
Okay. Trying to think. And I don't want to end up in mud.
So that was a loss of. Was that a good continuation?
That's what I was asking about, because the 4 is touching the line. You said, I think you said that if it's touching, I mean, it's barely touching it.
Yeah, I think if it's touching the line, it should be out. Considered out of the mud.
Okay. I mean, it's mostly in, so I don't know. All right.
Yeah, that's one of those subtle rules that you just gotta pick one, you know?
Yeah, I gotcha. So now that comes out. And they could place it wherever they want, right? So, but the rule is like I have to have it like a ball's length away, because like I want to hide the 4.
Yeah, I think most importantly, I don't think you should be able to freeze the balls.
Okay. So.
It's not like you have to provide a shot, but you have to provide some distance from the other balls. Okay, so you're bringing out I guess you brought out the 9 ball, yeah?
Yeah. My only thought process there was to try to put it in a spot to make it hard to knock the 4 out. I guess. But I don't think that probably wasn't very successful. I think I can get it out, so try. So wait, yeah, it's still my right hand. Yeah.
I haven't really thought about that. Like, if you're making it hard to use the farmer, I guess there's the helper. I guess there's some logic to that. If somehow you don't want your opponent to get a ball out, maybe.
Yeah, I actually did something stupid that made no sense there because the 4 was already out. I was playing that as if the 4 was in there.
Ah, I see.
So I just lost my turn in that. So now I'm left-handed.
Left-handed. Yeah. I mean, I think it's a good idea to try to get those balls out.
Yeah, that's what's about to happen. So the 9 in the corner, what happens now?
What about the 9-4?
Doesn't that not get the stuff out? Or do I get to pick one, or? Is that what's happening?
Oh, you're pocketing
The 9.
the helper ball, so you should be able to bring out all of the balls out of those 2 pockets.
And they all go by the other player.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter who physically touches the balls, it matters who places them in the mud.
Right, that's what I meant. And then left-handed still.
So obviously, if your opponent is committed to a ball, you want to make that ball hard to get.
Well, it's the 4 and it's out already. But yeah, I could have placed it a little bit, maybe. Yeah, you probably.
Right. The right hand is committed to the 4, I believe.
Maybe something along those lines here. You'll see it in it. I guess you're really. I don't know if you're watching the latest. If you move the mouse over the screen, does it say live down there? Is there a red? Click that dot.
Click on.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay,
Now there's gonna be a
I
little
clicked
bit.
on the live.
It'll still be a delay, but not as
Yeah,
much.
better now. Yeah, it falls behind, right?
It should be a lot better, actually.
Yeah.
So you see now I've got them kind of surrounded that 4 a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, I see what you could. I see the.
Oh, I just touched this, and I don't think I was.
3 balls behind it.
I just fouled big time by picking up the cue ball. I was not thinking. Do we got rules about that yet?
Say that again. I didn't follow.
I just picked up the cue ball thinking I had ball in hand for some reason.
Oh, yeah. That'll be in the next publication of the rules.
All right. Well, now I forgot which player I was. I think I was left-handed. Yeah, that's right. And I don't have a ball that I'm currently going for.
Left-handed is open. Yes, correct.
Okay. Where's the 5 at? I gotta pay attention that the 7's in there. So I just made but that's in the side. That does nothing. It just lets me keep
Nothing.
going. 2. All right.
But you continue.
Yeah, I kind of made it hard for myself now too, but yeah, I guess it's okay. I'll do this. That worked. But then making the 9 in the corner only gets stuff out of the corners, right? Is that true?
Where is the 9 right now?
Right now it's sitting right over here. If I make that in these corners, it would only pull balls out of these corners, not the sides, right?
Oh, the 9 ball can remove things from the side pockets and the shot.
Right, but I'm saying if I make it in the corner, it's only bringing stuff out of the corner, not the side.
Correct.
Gotcha. Okay. So that doesn't help me right there. The 6 could keep me going. The 9 could also keep me going too. And then the 6 would come out.
I saw you make the 6.
So that's just to keep going.
Yeah, that's just to keep going.
I don't know how I'm gonna end up making that 9 in the side. Well, I mean, that would just put it back all the way on the other side of the table. I'm trying to figure out how to get it in the side pocket.
Oh, let me tell you, why don't you try a bank shot for a particular ball?
I mean, are you talking for the one to go on the side?
Why don't you, I'm thinking make a bank shot to the side pocket and pick out the one ball that you want.
A bank shot to the side pocket on the
Yes,
on
scratch the
the
cue
9
ball
ball
in
here.
a side pocket by a bank shot on the opposite rail.
Oh, are you saying the cue ball goes in the side pocket to get the balls out?
To get one ball out.
The cue ball can, but you have to bank it
Yeah.
like a kick shot kind
But
of.
you have to bank it, yeah.
Oh, I like that. Okay. That's right along the lines of. All right, so that's the 3 and the 7 over there, and of course the
You know,
one.
it's
The
interesting,
one.
but you kind of have to look in the pockets if you forget where the balls are, right?
Yeah, the 2 is over here. What did I make? I made the 3. So I need the 5, and I
The
can.
3 or the 5, I couldn't tell the color really.
The 8 is in this pocket over here. When is that supposed to come out?
Anything that should have been brought back out into the mud, right?
The 8?
Yeah, the 8 should be in
I
the
feel
mud,
like-
I think.
We're missing. Here's the 5. The 5 was never on the table. The 5 was never on the table the whole game. Alright, get the 5 out there. So, and the 8 you're saying was supposed to be out there? We were playing with one ball missing the whole time.
Yeah, bring that 8 ball into the mud. That's right. Is that purple one the 5 ball?
Yeah, it was not on the table. It wasn't in play the whole game.
But the 4 is pink. You have one of those pastel color things.
This is the Aramith black set. That's why the 9 ball is black and yellow. Okay.
Okay. I've got to adjust to your colors then.
Yeah, so you got the 5, the 4, 6, 1. Alright, so wait, I just got mixed up. So I'm still left-handed. And what did I just do? Oh yeah, so
Okay.
I can just pocket that one again. That was kind of a stupid spot to put that.
You could just bring the 8 ball out.
I know what I'm gonna do. Shit, I had a bad feeling that was gonna happen. Alright, well I scratched in the muddy area. Is that like a double penalty or something? Right here.
Yeah. Can't get much worse than that.
So what happens here?
Remind me what happened.
I just scratched in the mud.
You scratched in mud. Scratching the cue ball will always bring it out to the kitchen.
No matter where you scratch.
Yeah. I'm trying to keep that like 8 ball, I guess.
Okay. Alright, so now I'm right-handed. What was the, oh yeah, I need the 4 ball with this one. Okay.
Right-handed player is committed to the floor.
Yeah.
That's why I was confused. The 4 is pink and
Right.
the purple is
It
5.
is, yeah, the
Okay.
purple's 5.
Are these like TV colors?
They were removed, they were being used in one tournament, I know, and people were complaining. They don't look good on stream. Everyone gets confused because all these strike balls have black instead of white. And like,
Oh, yeah.
like if you look at this, for example, I think this was the biggest problem. Let's see if I can.
I think this palette is like a Japanese thing or something.
No, this is what is this? This is Aramith, which is from Holland, I think.
Yeah.
They're popular. They're one of the bigger ones, I think, for making the balls. What the hell just happened? Oh yeah.
It seems
I'm on the
like,
floor.
just a side comment on your stream, it seems like when you walk in front of the lights, it kind of like auto adjusts and stuff.
I see that. Yeah, I can see it.
There's a certain exposure that's good and it looks really clear, and then there's times when it gets floodlit.
Yeah, I can see what you mean. Alright, let me get this 4 out of there. Miscue.
Somehow to like
Another miscue.
adjust,
That's
like
fine.
turn off the auto exposure.
Yeah, I'll have to play around with that.
Yeah.
Hey, we're learning to pigpen. Yep, we're learning it. What's up, King JPW?
Who said that?
Somebody in the chat. So I just
that's
lost.
me, I'm
Just.
KKW.
Oh, that's you.
Yeah. I just posted something for fun.
Gotcha. Okay. So.
I made a typo. We're learning to pigpen.
All right, now I can move this anywhere, right? Okay. And then I really need to
Well,
get.
I just realized I'm one of the 3 watching, so I count as a person.
Yeah. Well, I'm also watching. So.
Oh, okay. Now we're down to 1 real watcher. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm shooting it. I have ball in hand here in the mud, and this left-handed player has already pocketed the 3, so I just need to make that 5 over there.
Okay. Let me mark left-handed, make the 3, committed to the 5.
All right, and that's in. And they just continue on, right? So that was a pair.
Okay, yeah. Left-handed got a pair. He completed his 2nd frame. Right-handed player is on his 3rd frame.
Let's see.
Check.
What's that?
I just took my headphones off. I think they're not
Oh, okay.
necessary.
Oh, right.
Can you say something for me?
Testing.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Got it.
All right, I've got some strategy going on there. So I made the 8 in the side just so I can continue on. The only reason I did that is just so I can get shape to make the 4 ball in to hide it from the right-handed player.
Makes sense. Where are you gonna hide it?
In the side, which worked.
Okay, I see.
So now, and which ball am I committed to on this left hand? Any of them? I don't think any of them, right?
Looks open.
Yeah, it's open. Let's see. I mean, if I I make this 6, I'm gonna be committed to it. That's pretty much the only thing I can do to keep going, so it's alright.
Is that the 6 and the 1 on the table?
Yeah.
Okay.
Stop. Yeah, it's okay, it's touching the line.
Okay, so you potted the 4.
The 6.
The 6 left-handed. Gotcha.
Right. Now the balls come out of the corners anyway.
Yeah, bring them out.
And now it's whose turn?
Well,
Left hand still.
so
Yeah, left hand.
right is on the 4, left is on the
Yeah,
2.
right. And they're both in the side pockets.
I'll be interested to see how this side pocket stuff works. Cut out the 9.
No, I don't think that one was in. That one was already out. No, it was in, actually. I could see it on my replay there. So that's a continuation.
Looks like a good continuation on the 6.
I feel like if I hit that 9, I'm gonna toss myself.
Something you might start to notice is that where these 2 balls lie really is the hardest place to get position on those balls because you're so close to the mud.
Right. I'm worried to throw myself into the mud here. But if maybe I can do something different. Probably be good.
I guess periodically I should click the live button to make sure I'm as close as possible.
Alright, that worked. Keep going with the 1.
You hit the 1, yeah?
Yeah, I made it in. On the side. It was hanging on the edge.
Yeah, I saw that.
Alright, but then I want to make this 9 to get. Did I shoot that right-handed or left-handed? I think I might have accidentally swapped sides there.
No.
We'll let it go. I'm supposed to be playing lefty right now.
Yeah, lefty is committed to the 2, I think.
Right. That is right.
You know, one thing I'm up in the air about is like how easy it should be to get the balls back on the table.
I mean, this doesn't feel easy. I mean, this feels fine so far. I mean, you gotta play it. You just gotta mess around
Yeah.
with the game. so if I throw you said that if I make this and throw myself in the mud, the stuff still comes out, right? So if I make the 9 in the side, but I throw the cue ball.
It'll be a continuation, but it will just come right out into the mud.
No, I'm saying if I make the 9 in the side and then the cue ball ends up over in the mud, the balls still come out of the side, right?
Yes. Even if it's a scratch or the mud, the ball has effect. It does whatever it's supposed to do.
Alright. Other miss, right-handed.
Now we're right-handed.
And I need that 4, so I needed that to come out anyway.
The 4 is...
Both balls that are needed on both sides are in the side pockets right now.
Yeah. It could happen. I think if both balls are in the side pocket, this is a great time to do a 1-ball retrieval.
Just made a mistake there. I forgot, I keep forgetting about the 1-ball retrieval thing. I just put myself into the mud over here, so that's back to the left-handed again. And left-handed.
Okay, well,
Okay.
aren't you gonna... Oh, I see. You scratched in the... Why aren't you bringing balls out from
the corners? There's nothing in those corners, but wait, yeah, what's in here? I think everything is in the side. Everything's in the side pockets.
Oh, there's so much stuff in the side pocket.
There's three in here, 3 in here. Yeah. And that's why I have a ball in hand right now on the left side. I can put it wherever I want.
One of your arms needs to get that 9 ball in the side pocket.
So wait a second here. I'm playing left-handed, and on the left-handed side, I need the 2. Is that right?
I'm correct.
All right. Two's over here, in here.
Yeah, so if you could bank that and get that 2 out, that would be good.
Okay, 2 comes out. And the 2 goes somewhere where the other player places it.
Nice shot.
Thank you.
But yeah, bring the 2 out into the mud.
The ball's on the way. Anywhere.
And stuck right, that's good. And take your cue ball to the head spot,
Over here.
to the kitchen.
And now I continue. Is that a continuation, or does that, because I scratched, does it, so that's something I'm not sure
No,
of?
that's it. You made a good shot, so it is a continuation.
Okay.
Yeah, that is, I guess, an exception when you do it purposefully to
Right, with the kick shot.
remove 1 ball and
With the bank. With the bank.
So,
Or you know what?
okay, you attempted for the blue. Into the blue.
Yeah. Trying to figure something out here. Alright. Well, I made the blue in the corner over here and the 9 over there. The 9 comes out, and I think that completes a frame. Does it?
A lot of things happening there. Completed a frame. comes into the mud, yeah.
Right. And the left hand is still going.
Left hand is continuing. Could probably pocket the green.
I have a different plan here. Oh no, I didn't hit hard enough. So that screws that up. So 2 is here, nothing over there. This player can put it wherever they want.
Okay. Going right-handed.
And they need something that's in the side still.
You could do another one for him, yeah.
Oh, you're right. I keep forgetting about that. And this one needs the 4, which is, I guess, over there. So I can do the same exact type of thing. Here, so that one's in the way. So 4 comes out.
Nice job.
Thanks. And right hand
So
still.
here's an interesting point. There is some strategy about when there are no balls in the mud, there might be times where
Easy.
it's better to make certain shots when there are already balls in the mud.
Yeah, I hear you. Because, I mean, I probably should have thought that placement out a little better. This seems like kind of an easy bank shot that I didn't think about on the other side. Because the opponent would have gotten to place that, right? It's alright, I'm just gonna leave it.
You gonna try to pop that 4?
Yeah. Success. So that's another frame closed out.
I believe so. Good job, right hand. Well, we're at a tie. We're absolutely tied.
Okay.
At 3 frames each.
Let's go ahead and get those out. So 9 comes out, 4 comes out, 2 comes out. What's that, 6? And right hand just needs a new ball now, or needs a new target.
Right hand is open, yep. Both balls are open, right?
Just a lot of miscuing with the right side tonight. So that my turn just ends, right? That's not like a ball in hand or anything.
No, yeah, that's no continuation.
I mean, for the other player, they just play the cue where it ended up, right?
Yes.
Alright. And left hand is doing what now? Do we have
Open.
open?
Open on the 4th frame.
So I want to come out and I can choose anything. What do I got here? 3. 5 is there, so I'll take the 3 out. But the other player, so if I pick one out of,
Yeah.
if I do a kick shot and get to take one out, do I get to place or do the other guy?
Wait, what color is that?
The red, the 3 that I took out?
What?
Just, the only reason I picked that is because the 5 is there on the table already. And 7 and 1 are both the other options. And that's just half of a pair.
Okay, so you can make a pair with that 3. That's good, that's a good choice then.
Yeah, 5 and 3. And the other option is just bringing half of a pair out, so it didn't make sense.
Yeah, that purple is throwing me off. So the
5.
purple and the red work together.
5 and 3, yeah. And then cue ball then ends up over here.
Now, just a strategy point, like where that 5 ball is, that's a really tough spot for the 5 ball. I would rather make a pair with everything in the mud.
Well, that's fine, but I was trapped behind that 5. I didn't have any other shot.
I'm saying the 3 ball that you brought out, it would be better to bring out a ball that makes a pair with something in the mud.
Well, that's what I'm saying to you, because there's nothing else. The only other 2 in there are a pair. It's the 7 and 1.
In the pocket.
Yeah, the 7 and the 1 are in here. The 7 and 1. So I didn't want to bring half of a pair out.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so I see what I want to do here.
I guess, okay, the 9 ball is looking like the 1 ball to me, that's why it threw me off.
Yeah. Okay.
Or the pink ball. Yeah, the pink ball is looking like the yellow ball.
Alright, so I just potted the 3, the bank.
Nice, that was left hand, right?
Yeah, now I'm lined up actually for the
Okay.
finishing shot on the 5. Actually,
Lefty is committed to the 5. And you got good shape on it, yeah.
so that's it on the 5, so that's another pair. So left hand got an additional.
Okay, so you've completed the 4th frame. So we gotta yield to the right hand player.
Okay, so the right hand player takes over. Do they just start where the cue is?
Correct.
And do they
And he's open.
open? Okay.
Now, just for the sake of learning, why don't you try a 1 ball bank shot on the pet shop to take out 1 ball from the pet shop?
I keep forgetting about that. And so what would I want to do there? What's your point? So this is a pair right here.
A bank shot off the end rail.
Oh, into the pet shop?
Yeah, across the whole board.
Oh, so that can take one of these out.
Then it could take something.
Well, this is a pair. There's a pair in here. A pair in the side and nothing over here. So it would only, there's a pair in the mud already. And I don't really want to lose to my left hand, right hand.
Okay. If there's nothing in the shop right now, go ahead and
Well, I mean, there is a pair
something
over
good in
here.
there.
There is a pair, but I'd rather go for the 2. Or no, what I'm trying to do,
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna
Blue
get
and
the,
green.
or I kind of like going for the 4. Like, I might try to knock the 4 out of there.
Exactly.
Missed it completely.
Hold on a second. So you're playing as the right-handed guy?
Yeah, because I had to yield, right, and go to the right.
I would not bring the 4 ball out because
Oh,
that's
you're
gonna
right.
win for your opponent.
I hear you. I didn't think about that, but as soon as you said it, I realized it.
Yeah. So, but you did bring the 9 ball out, right?
Yeah, and go with my right hand. Sorry.
So that's a continuation. I think you want to work on the blue and green. idea is you may want to hide that 4 ball somehow.
I gotta check a message that just came in. Actually, wait. Yeah, wait, I'll do it on my phone. Give me a second.
Okay.
Okay. One second. Are you there?
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, okay, right-handed. We got the 9 ball sitting there, 2 in the pocket. 6 and 2 are down here still. I think I'm gonna take those 2 out. Those 2 out. I don't really like where I'm at right now. I don't like that much better. At all. That brings these over here though. Not really know. Let's see, you got 3. right hand doesn't really want that 4 out there.
Yeah, protect the 4. This is the end of the game.
Trying to think, alright, I guess. Three comes out. Alright.
Nice. Throw it out.
Get out of there. I would say that's not touching. I just lost my turn and the 9 went in and the 9 comes out. So left-handed player needs the 4.
Oh,
And
yeah.
can I just shoot something that's in the mud with me?
Yes.
So then
No restriction.
the game's pretty much done if I do
Well,
it.
you have ball in hand. Even more, you have ball in hand in the mud.
That's what I meant, yeah. Like I'm already moving right here. So the left-handed player wins, right? By making the 4?
The right?
Left,
Was that the right-handed or left-handed?
left-handed player.
Oh, well then that wins the game, yeah.
Yeah, nice. Honestly, that was pretty fun. I like it, man.
Cool.
I think I got the hang of it now.
Yeah, it seems like we covered everything I could think of.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. Unique idea. I like it. I'm probably get a few more.
I think what's unique is the adding up like doing a frame to add up. Sometimes the table's open and sometimes you're committed to one ball, which I think is probably the most unique effect.
So explain to me like the 1 player aspect that you said, because this was 2 players, right? I was playing for
Oh,
2
right. Well, when I was discovering as I played the video game was I tried to play it as one game the way I thought. Like I think what we did here is perfectly fine. Like totally works. But because you bring the balls out defensively or they get positioned defensively, you can really play against yourself just by positioning the balls. And another fact is that because there could be so many continuations, right, that you never really expect the balls to be in the same place when you take your turn.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it would be just as fine to just like randomize the balls after you lose your turn. So if you're playing one player, play as one player, and when you lose your turn, just freaking scramble the balls and continue as that same player.
Yeah, I like it. The 1 player thing for me would be big because I play a lot of 1 player stuff to make up my own 1 player games all the
Yeah,
time.
so I mean, it doesn't really matter who wins, right? The left or right hand player. If you just wanted to keep score for 1 player and play like I want to play 10 frames and just then I'm done. You could do that and just kind of like when you lose your turn, you could say maybe bring 1 ball out and scramble the balls that are on the table and just because what I notice is every time I start my turn I go
do like because I like doing kick shots and stuff like that, so I liked the side pocket option to just kick the cue ball in. For me, that was fun.
Yeah.
That was unique.
What, you know, some of the things I'm kind of open or like on the fence is I'm not sure if bringing the balls out, I'm not sure if I should flip them, you know, like the 9 ball brings out 1 ball or the cue ball brings out 1 ball, because you can do that either way, you know what I mean?
It seemed like it made sense because it's pretty easy to do the kick shot into the side for that to bring out 1 ball. I didn't miss a single one of those. I made 3 in a row.
Yeah, so I was thinking that the easier one should bring out the 1 ball, but I don't really know that the
I was trying the whole time.
much harder.
I was trying the whole time to get to a position where I could make the 9 ball on the side. It never happened. So that, I mean, that's definitely, it seems harder to set up for position, especially when the angle was on this side of the pocket, because then I'm worried. I had a shot, but I didn't take it because I was worried about throwing myself into the mud and losing my turn.
Yeah. Another idea is like maybe the 9 ball could bring out all of the balls, even the ones in the side pockets, you know? If it seems like it's taking too long to get the balls on the table, there are ways to make it harder or easier, you know what I mean?
To be honest, I liked it how it was. I did like it. I thought it made sense that you either are getting the balls out of the corner or you're getting the balls out of the side.
Yeah, well, that's good feedback.
But yeah, I'll probably.
What is your impression as far as the difficulty of a learning curve type of thing?
Once I started playing it, it was very fast. So I think the videos of like graphics and stuff like that and just talking over that, that's really hard for me to follow because I just got so much going on.
Yeah.
But as soon as I learned by example and trying it out. But if I were to watch you play it, I would have picked it up a lot faster than, I honestly couldn't really sit through the video.
Difficult part for a newcomer to grasp.
Oh, geez, I don't know. There's nothing, let's see, I'd have to think about that and get back to you and like kind of process the whole thing. I'll give you some more feedback. I'll send you a message on Discord. Like once I have a chance to think about it a little more.
Yeah. Cool.
But yeah, that was fun. Yeah, thanks for walking me through, because I wouldn't have been able to just play it just from the videos. There's no way.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying that somebody can't, I'm just saying that right now I can't.
You know, I did spend an hour or so explaining it to my dad. He's not really a pool player at all, but it took a lot for him to kind of follow.
No, I get it, to be honest.
Talking him through it, you know?
Things that you feel like are simple in your head, then you start explaining it, it starts sounding really complicated sometimes. I know how that is.
Yeah. But then there was another guy on the Reddit that said, oh yeah, I followed from the pictures. Like, it seemed like he just got it and didn't have any questions.
Oh, for sure. He might have a little less stress going on than me right now. Because I'm sure I could have also. I just, I couldn't focus on it. It was too long-winded. There needs to be like a really short, summarized version, I think, for people to really get it quickly. Because, you know, people have a short attention span, especially when they got a lot going on.
One guy said, you know, don't use the farm analogy.
That's been making it a little tough for me too. Like, feels like a little elementary type stuff, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's almost like a little off-putting.
I mean, ultimately, it's not really necessary, but it's easier to say the mud, you know, or.
I like it though. It makes sense, and it kind of it goes with the game. I think it makes sense to have a theme for it. It's memorable. The name is definitely memorable. I can remember it.
I think you know, at the bare minimum, I want to keep like the idea of the mud and getting stuck in the mud and, you know, the cue ball and maybe the helper ball and the cue ball and, you know, we're not sitting here talking about pigs the whole time, but it can be described in pure simple terms with numbers and balls. The only thing I think that's really important is to call the mud area or the pan and, you know, like the kitchen. Everyone knows the kitchen, so maybe the kitchen is a better word just to keep for simplicity. But
I never liked the kitchen personally.
The pan and shop is kind of important just to kind of describe the things that are important for the game, but that are not. There's really.
I think it's fine. I think
something special.
I think you got a theme for the game, so just keep it, and there's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
Well, cool, man. That was fun. I gotta get to work now. I got a lot to do before morning now.
Well, thanks for taking the time to try it out, and
For sure. I'll be playing it again. I'll throw
feedback in the future.
Yeah, I'll give you some feedback, and I'm also probably gonna play it some more on the stream.
Awesome.
Cool, man.
Well, have a good night. I know it's late, and I'll talk to you later.
Later, man. Good night.
Goodbye.
Alright, I'm turning this off too.